In January, 8 on Your Side was first to tell you about a Clearwater foster home where 9 foster children were removed by state workers due to concerns about their safety and well-being. Tonight, we have new information about the allegations made regarding the foster home and the couple that operated it. And for the first time, we hear from the couple's attorney as he defends his clients.
News Channel 8's Brittany Muller joins us now live with the story. And Brittany, you've been working on this investigation since January. Now, grown men, former foster kids, are telling their story to you.
Jen, Florida's Department of Children and Families, the state's child protective agency, is supposed to take children in danger and move them to a safe place. A newly filed civil lawsuit claims that might not be the case. Jacqueline and Gerald Logeman's large home sits on a quiet road in Clearwater. For decades, state workers have placed young boys here to live with the Logemans, boys without any place else to go. But while some might praise the Logemans for the children they have taken into their care, there have been allegations that any place might have been better. On January 6th of this year, Clearwater police say they launched a child neglect investigation at the Logeman home. The investigating officer writes that a child protective investigator, or CPI, from the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office was already on scene when he arrived. The Clearwater officer took statements, but no one was arrested and no children were removed from the home. Then, 3 days later, on January 9th, the report states that the CPI asked Clearwater police to return to the Logeman home. This time, the investigator asked Clearwater officers to assist in the removal of all 9 foster kids because of allegations of sexual battery. But the investigation soon met a dead end. Clearwater Chief of Police Dan Slaughter shared this statement with 8 on Your Side. At this time, detectives have conducted multiple interviews and cannot corroborate claims of criminal conduct. The case has been inactivated. If additional information or evidence is developed, the case will be reopened. Attorney Rick Escobar represents the Logemans.
Now you got Rick Escobar, you got the Department of Children and Family Services, and you got the Clearwater Police Department. You got 3 of us saying there are no legs to this investigation.
Allegations in this Clearwater police report mirror allegations in this newly filed civil lawsuit. Manual labor at the Logemans' rental homes.
We did a lot of their labor work there, yard work.
Depriving kids of food.
Versus, eating whenever you're hungry.
And sexual abuse.
You just feel lost. You feel alone.
I wouldn't want any other kid to ever deal with what I had to go through.
Do you think that the system's broken?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the first time Shavante Thomas is telling his story. Thomas says he lived with the Logemans for 2 years, starting in 2009.
I've never been asked, do you feel safe? I've never been asked, are they feeding you well? I've never been asked, do you need anything?
Thomas is one of the 20 former foster boys who are suing the Logemans. The Department of Children and Families, the Guardian Ad Litem program, as well as other private case management companies and child welfare programs.
Could have been stopped. When I complained, nobody did anything about it. I'm 37, and I still get nightmares.
Jonathan Faze is also speaking out for the first time. Faze says he spent 4 years living with the Logemans starting at the age of 9. In this Clearwater police report, when investigators spoke with Jacqueline Logeman on January 6, 2023, concerning allegations of abuse, it states, contact was then made with Jacqueline Logeman, who was able to provide a statement. Jacqueline Logeman stated that she does not abuse or neglect the kids in any way. Jacqueline Logeman also advised that her foster kids like it there so much that she has multiple foster kids who have grown up who still live in her house. Attorney Adam Hecht represents Thomas and Faze.
And what I kept hearing from all these individuals is that in the 90s, in the 2000s, in the mid-2000s, up until the present, the stories, while not identical, were very similar. And there was a pattern that I was starting to see. And these boys have no reason, these boys and these men have no reason to know each other. Many of them never lived with each other.
Hecht says his lawsuit is a fight for justice. When was the first time you told someone? Did you ever tell a caseworker? Did you ever tell your guardian ad litem? Did you ever tell anyone that this was happening?
Yes. When I was about 13, 14, I went to my caseworker. They told me they were going to investigate it.
The January incident was immediately recognized by DCF that something was wrong. They told us. The department is launching a review of the licensing process and related concerns of this home with our contracted providers, as well as our own internal processes. But since then, the state agency has remained silent despite our nearly 24 public records requests since January for information regarding the status of this investigation or the Logoman's license. A spokesperson would only tell us, "We will have an update over to you soon." We are still waiting. Escobar says this case is hurting not only his clients, but the system.
So just for clarification, did your clients give up their license or did they get it revoked?
Oh, no. This is, they've given up their license.
Okay.
They want no part of being foster parents any longer.
Escobar says the foster parents are now hiring a different law firm to help defend them against the civil lawsuit.
I'm sure the civil lawyers are going to have their opportunity to actually depose them under oath.
Again, Clearwater Police says the case is inactive but not closed pending additional evidence or a statement by the Logamans. I want to be clear, there are no criminal charges against the Logamans or anybody else associated with this case as of now. There is only a civil lawsuit. Of course, we'll stay on this case as it develops, and of course, we'll bring you updates as it happens.
It seems like there is so much to unpack here, but one thing I'm curious about, you mentioned that in January there were 9 children in this foster care home. That seems like a big number to me to have all at once. Is that typical? Is it allowed?
Jen, I've done my research. Florida law says foster homes can have up to 6 children, and every additional child needs special permission. With that, there are special conditions, including yearly inspections, as well as more assessments of the child's needs. If all that checks out, foster families can get a waiver. However, with this particular case, DCF hasn't been responsive to our request to see if this home was in compliance. So, of course, we'll stay on this and keep digging for more information.
Yeah, it sounds like there's much more to come. All right, Brittany, thanks so much.